Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today is Friday, February 14th, and we are clocking in here today with another watch list video. Every single Friday, we're dropping a watch list here on YouTube and online here, going over our picks for next week. So today's Friday, right? The stock market closes. We're going into the weekend. A lot of traders take the weekends off and they come back on Monday. So we want to do our preparation. We want to do our work now, and we want to get ready for next week. So with that being said, we're going to go over the watch list. I've already curated it for you guys. We got a lot of names on here we're going to be covering today. We're going to be looking at charts, looking for setups, and seeing if we can get some entries and exits here as we take a look here. So the first thing I want to start with today is actually some of the indices. So we've been tracking this total 3 here for a while now. What this is the total market cap of crypto, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is the market cap of every other coin put together, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So think of this as like the altcoin ETF. So when this thing is going up, right, altcoins are rising. We had a big move on some altcoins today, you guys saw. But what I'm liking about this chart right now, and what I think is very bullish, is we're bouncing off of the golden zone here, okay, the middle golden zone, and we're also breaking above the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA is going to be that orange line here that we use on our charts. Okay, when we break up above that, normally that means we are breaking out to the upside. Okay, you can see it happen back here. You saw the breakout of that orange line back here on November 6th. And altcoins just absolutely rip for the next month or month and a half. So this is extremely bullish if you guys are holding altcoins, in my opinion. Very, very nice breakout today. Let's check the volume bar. I don't think the volume's not too crazy, but the fact that we're breaking over that 9 EMA is very bullish. Okay, you got the total market cap of crypto right here, also green and breaking out over that EMA. We're consolidating right on that $3 trillion market cap. So this is actually pretty crazy. I noticed this today. So if you take the total market cap of crypto, right, the total market cap, meaning every single coin put together in one market cap, it equals $3.19 trillion. So right now, every single coin put together in crypto is not even bigger than the company of NVIDIA. You can see NVIDIA has a $3.4 trillion market cap at the moment. And every single crypto, including Ethereum, including every altcoin, including Bitcoin, is 3.2 trillion. The market cap of NVIDIA alone is sitting at 3.4 trillion. So you can see how much room there is for growth in crypto. And I believe you guys are going to see a lot of money flow into crypto here over the next 4 years with these governments and these banks starting to buy. So you can see that the total market cap is reversing here. I think we'll find our way back to 3.6 here. Back at the top of that zone. You can see we sold off there in February, but that's looking good. That's looking bullish. The QQQs are breaking out today. That's up there at the top of our red zone, though. That's where we normally want to be sellers. You guys are looking at our Fibonacci tool. Normally when we hit that red line is a great time to take profits. It hit that red line there today. That's tech. And then we got Bitcoin here as well. Still just going sideways. I mean, it's just sideways, sideways, sideways. Not moving at all. I do think Bitcoin's going to break out back here to 105 or 106, but I think the trade, guys, is in altcoins. You can see the altcoin ETF that we follow here, that total 3 is down here in the golden zone. The golden zones are where we want to be buying. We want to buy the bounces off of the golden zone or in or around the golden zone. And then where we're looking to sell is up here in the red zone. So let's take a look at Bitcoin, the dominance chart real quick. That thing's melting down. So if Bitcoin dominance, okay, when Bitcoin dominance is going down, okay, that means money is flowing out of Bitcoin and flowing into altcoins, okay? Altcoin season starts when Bitcoin dominance starts to go down. So you're seeing we broke down below that 9 EMA. Guys, I think altcoins are literally about to go to the freaking moon here. It's looking really good. Everything's lining right up. Same thing with the USDC, okay? When this is going down, that means money is flowing out of USDC, because think of it, it's the dominance, okay, the dominance. So when this goes up, the market in general, Bitcoin and altcoins go down. When this goes down, okay, when this breaks down here, okay, altcoins and Bitcoin go up. Okay, when it goes down, the market goes up. When this goes up, that means people are flooding into stable coins, right? More and more people are coming here and putting their money in stable coins when this is going up. That's why it's the USDC dominance. So if this thing starts to fall, like we're starting to see here with Bitcoin dominance, you guys are going to see altcoins absolutely rip here. And I'm really liking this total 3 thing here. So I want to start reviewing these, especially on Fridays, because it's good to get a general idea of where we're going to be at next week. I think altcoins are literally about to rip here, folks. So with that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, we do have a very specific strategy that we follow here. First things first is that we are swing traders and not day traders. Okay, we are not buying and selling the same day or the next day. Sometimes we sell the next day. I bought some Trump coin yesterday and I sold it today because it was up like 47%. Like if that happens, obviously I want to trim some. I didn't sell the entire Trump coin. We're actually going to look at Trump coin here. It's sitting up about 30% on the day after. And I averaged down on my position yesterday. So that was a really nice move there today. But for the majority, right, our positions, not every trade happens like that, where you get that 30-40% the next day. It's a very rare occasion. Normally, we are looking to hold for periods of 1 to 6 months on this channel. And again, we are looking at a monthly and a daily chart. So rule number 2 is that we enter and exit our positions using the trading indicator. The green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. So what we want to do is we want to look for names that are green on the monthly chart. Okay, the reason we like the green on the monthly chart is because it tells us which direction, we are heading, right, from a macro perspective. So if I look at the monthly chart, I could see that this green dot back here in 2023 on Bitcoin was called out right there at 18K. Okay, I didn't want to buy Bitcoin during this time when the monthly chart was going down because the dot was red. Okay, when it's red, we're falling. Okay, we're in a bear market, bear market, bear market, bear market. We want to buy when the dot is green and we are pointing up. And I've seen some of you asking like, hey, Ethereum is red. Why are you owning it? Okay, well, the reason I own Ethereum is because the red dot has not been confirmed yet. Okay, it's February 14th right now. We have another 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks to go in February. So if Ethereum ends up pumping up, right, over the next 2 weeks and gets, say, back up here to 3,400 or 3,600, okay, you're going to see this red dot go away. It's going to go away. So it's not confirmed yet. If we get March, okay, and that dot prints, we're just going to have to make a decision. But with the red dot showing up on Ethereum right now, okay, that just tells me I need to set a stop loss down there at 2,100. Okay, that is the low of that candle where we got, right, that big liquidation dip came, flushed all that retail out, and then they sucked it right back up. Okay, big liquidation dip, got all the leverage, everything out of the market. They sucked it right back up. I still think Ethereum looks really, really strong here over 2,500. Okay, and it's trying to break out over that 9 EMA again. Again, we got that green dot there on Thursday, so we're just chopping around. Okay, we are days, hours, maybe minutes away from seeing Ethereum break out here. And I think it looks really, really strong here above 2,500. And again, Ethereum normally leads the market up. Okay, so if Ethereum goes up, you're going to see Chainlink go up. You're going to see Comp go up. You're going to see all these altcoins start to go up. Okay, so I think it's altcoin season, folks. I don't think it's time to be buying Bitcoin or anything like that. Look at XRP. Okay, absolutely ripping off of our dot that we got here on the 8th. Okay, doing the ripski. We got that at 235. It's sitting at 272, hit 280 today. So there's nothing holding this thing back from going up here to the red line there at 330. I think you're going to see a big breakout here on XRP. I think you could see XRP back at 4 to 450. I mean, that would be all-time highs if it happens. What I would do on XRP is just move my stop loss up now. Right, when we entered this position here on the green dot on Saturday, we got in right here at 230. About 235 was our entry off that green dot. And again, that's our buy signal. We want to enter the day of the green dot. Okay, rule number 5 is we want to enter the day of the green dot in the golden zone on the daily chart. Okay, in or around the golden zone. So I didn't take the entry just because it wasn't in the golden zone, but you could see it wick down into it. It hit 177 and bounced. Okay, and then we broke over that 9 today. So XRP looking really strong here. And honestly, that's the name that's been leading altcoins higher. So XRP seems to be driving the market here. And you're seeing a big breakout over that 9 EMA today. Extremely, extremely bullish. Okay, look at this breakout of the 9 back here. When we break over that orange line there on the 9 EMA, look what happens. Okay, absolute rip, 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 rip. We break down below it, right? We go sideways, sideways, sideways. break up above it. There's your trade there. Boom. Okay, when that breaks, when price breaks that 9 EMA, guys, that is another very bullish indication. That orange line there is part of our trading indicator. Okay, so again, we want to buy the day of the green dot. We got our buy signal and XRP right there at 240, and that was called out over here inside of Overkill Alerts. If you guys are a member of the Discord, you guys get all the alerts for every single name that I follow called out over here, and those are the buy signals and the sell signals on the monthly and the daily chart. Okay, and that XRP, boom, we nailed that one right there at 238. You're up about, I don't know, close to 15-20% right now, and this thing's still going. So I could see this one at $4 here in the next couple of weeks. $4.50, maybe even $5. It's got a lot of room to go, and that is a very, very bullish looking candle there on XRP. So back to the rules here. Again, I like to go over these rules just to set a foundation. And again, where we look to sell is when the stochastic RSI is this light blue line. Okay, when that thing's at 0, we want to be looking to buy. When it's up here next to the white dotted line, that just means momentum has shifted to the upside. So a good place to consider taking some off the table is when that hits the white dotted line. We like to take some profits there, but ideally where we really want to be selling here is up here in the red zone when we get these red dots. You can see this one came right here on XRP, right up here up against that red line at like 327. We were saying, hey, time to take some off the table, 25%, 50%, sell the whole thing if you want to. Okay, what did it do? It dropped literally 50% from that level. That was a 50% drop from here all the way down to here. Okay, big, big drop. So we could have been taking some off here and buying back in right here on the dip, or buying back in right here off the green dot. So that's the strategy in a nutshell. Again, we like to use this Fibonacci retracement tool. This is part of the trading indicator. If you guys do not have the trading indicator, you guys can download everything that we're going to talk about in today's video by going to this link right here under the trading indicator tab inside of the Discord. You click on this, it takes 2 clicks, and everything loads directly into your TradingView account. You get the red and green dots, you get the stochastic RSI. These Fibonacci zones are great places to time your entries, right? We want to buy in the golden zones, either here or here, and then we want to sell up here in the red zone, okay? Back to ETH, okay? You're always wishing up here in the red zone that you were buying down here in the golden zone, okay? Ethereum was down here in the golden zone from September of 2024 all the way to November, okay? So when price ripped up here, up to the red zone, this is where we want to take profits. You can see that's where it topped out right there at 4K at the top of the red zone. That is where we want to take profits, okay? We don't want to buy up here. We want to be selling up here. So every time price retracts up here to the red zone, you're always like, oh man, I wish I was buying down here at 2,000. Okay, so ideally, we want to buy in this zone on the golden zone or down here inside of the golden zone. Okay, this is all marked on our Fibonacci tool. Again, you'll get all of these zones and the red and green dots, everything you see on my screen when you come over here and click this link. And if you have any trouble or questions loading that up, just email me. My email is right there, and everything literally is just plug and play, and you're ready to go. So again, we like to reference the cheat sheet over here. Okay, ideally, there's 2 places we want to buy, right? We want to buy when the price is fair, and we want to also buy when the price is at a discount, okay? So price is fair when it's next to the mean. The mean is another word for average. That is the white dotted line. How we measure what the mean is simply just by looking at the golden zone, okay? The middle golden zone is the middle, okay? We want to buy here, and we also want to buy down here in despair, okay? Also, when there's been a big capitulation dip. When there's been a capitulation dip like this, that just means the price has dropped at least 50%. Okay, you can see from the top here at the red zone, all the way down to the bottom was a 50% drop on Ethereum. When somebody sees their account go down by 50%, they're sitting in despair. Okay, and the way we measure whether we are in despair or not is simply just by looking at the golden zone. Again, we want to buy in this zone. We want to buy the green dots in this zone. Okay, and we want to sell the red dots up here in this zone. That is the strategy, guys, when it comes to the Fibonacci. And this is a great tool to use, and it's a great place to understand price. And if you're not familiar with the Fibonacci tool, as I tell you guys in every video, I have a free trading course over here you guys can come watch. There's a video right here on the Fibonacci. This isn't my video, but this guy explains the Fibonacci tool very, very well. There's also another 7 or 8 videos over here you guys can watch. That course is completely free. We got Nightbot right there posting the link. I'm sure he will eventually. Overkillinvestingclub.com. It's free to join. Check that link out over there in the Discord. So those are the rules. Let's go ahead and get into this watch list here. I'll start here at the top. So these first names I'm going to cover are the names that I'm actually holding right now. So I have a position here on Trump. I'll start with that one. I bought this one yesterday. I actually ended up first buying this one around $30. I averaged down around like 17, I think. I think it was like 17 or 20 bucks. I think my average cost right now is around $21 on it, something like that. I posted it over there in the thread, but I saw this green candle yesterday, right? You guys remember when Trump coin came out? That was back like January 19th. It went all the way up to $80, and everybody was just shouting from the top of the mountain, oh my God, buy, 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 buy. Okay, easily identifiable, right? Delusion, greed, new paradigm phase. Everyone's freaking out. Retail's excited. That is not the time we want to buy, okay? If everybody else is already talking about it, you're too late. If they're really excited about it, you're too late, okay? Do not buy when people are excited and telling you to buy on social media. Most likely you're up here, okay? So what did we see? We see Trump go all the way to 80, and then it got rugged all the way down here to 14. So you had this big run up, right? Big run up, all this enthusiasm, everybody's freaking out, okay? And then the price just dropped, and it literally kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. It was like red for like 30 days in a row. So yesterday, I averaged down again on my position at around $15, and that was just because I saw that first green candle. Okay, so you got 28 red candles in a row, first green, boom. I took a position, and today it was up about 45% at the max. I trimmed some just because it was a pretty big position for a meme coin. I ended up selling half when it was up 40%. So now I think I'm literally at like average right now. I think my average is exactly $21. So if this thing can work its way back to 40 or 50, I'm going to be happy, but I'm holding Trump here for the long term. No one really knows what's going to happen with this project yet. It's still like not even a month old yet, right? It came out on the 18th. It's about 34 days old. It just came out 34 days ago. So anything could happen with this. Obviously, it's the president of the United States meme coin. So I don't buy meme coins normally, but when I know who's backing it, I'll take a chance on it. Okay, it could go to the moon, or it could just sit down here and do nothing. So I have a very small position on that, but I am holding that position, and I'm about break even on that right now. Link's also down here at the bottom of our middle golden zone, right? We want to buy in this zone or down here in this zone, but I think the price action on Link is extremely, extremely bullish right now. Again, we're just building a base here. I think we're going to break out this weekend. If we can get over $20, this thing's going back up here to 30 easy. I got a stop loss at this one right down there at $16, but I really, really like Link. Again, I think it's one of the most bullish. I think it is one of the most bullish fundamental coins that you can own. Literally every single hedge fund owns it, at least the ones that we track. So I pointed this out a couple times here in the Discord. This is Grayscale. They're an institutional investor. This is the Coinbase 50 index. So you can buy this index, and when you buy this index, it's like buying every single one of these coins in the circle. The made in the USA. So Donald Trump has talked about no tax on crypto that's made in the USA, meaning you don't have to pay capital gains, which would just be insane. And then there's World Liberty Financial, which this is Donald Trump's investment fund. Right? So if you look at all these circles, what do you notice about Chainlink? Okay, Chainlink's right here. Chainlink is the only one in every single one of these circles that you can see in the Coinbase 50 index, in the Grayscale Trust, in World Liberty Financial's portfolio, and it's made in the USA. So I think there is a massive amount of utility in Chainlink. It's a very, very good project. If you don't know about it, right, I think they are one of the strongest fundamental plays that you can play here on the market. That's had a nice move here today, though. And I'm just going to leave my stop loss at 16 bucks. If we break this low right here at 16, we'll probably come back down here to 10 or 12. But I'm feeling really good about Chainlink. All-time highs up here at like 50 bucks, like $52. So I don't know. I don't think there's anything holding that one back from getting back up there. Again, the dot is still green here on the monthly. I think we're going to see a big move, potentially like this, over the next coming months. I still think 2025 is going to be a big, big year for cryptocurrency. I know there's a lot of people out there saying that the bull run is over right now, but I mean, dude, I literally think we haven't seen anything yet. So Chainlink still looks good over 16. And if you wanted to be less conservative on that, you could move your stop loss up to 17, but I'm going to keep mine right there at 16 for the time being. MU, this is a chip maker we've been buying. I believe we bought back here last Thursday at like 91. It's sitting at 99 now. I'm up pretty good on that position, but that's just now breaking out over the 9 as well. I think MU's got a lot of upside here. My first target's going to be right there at 110, but all the way back to the top of the fib up here is up there at 150. So that's about a 50% move if we can reach that. And I'm a holder of this coin for now. Okay, I'm going to watch. I'm going to wait for a red dot, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, my target on this would be up here at 150 though. Again, when we buy these dots, we're willing to wait 1 to 6 months. Again, when we're buying down in this area, guys, when we're buying down in this golden zone, we're buying for the prices up here. We're not buying for the prices tomorrow or the next day. We're buying for the prices when they come back up here and reach this red zone up here. Okay, this is where we want to be selling. Okay, we do not want to be buying up here. This is where the majority of retail is buying. We want to wait for a big pullback, right? A bounce off the golden zone. That wasn't a bad trade right there. Bounce off the golden zone. That wasn't a bad trade right there. Bounce in the golden zone. That wasn't a bad trade right there. And here we're just consolidating, and you're seeing that breakout candle here today. That was up 4%, and I think that one's got a lot of meat on the bone. Comp, this is another altcoin here. This one is a lending protocol. So I like this one over 50 bucks here. And I'm just holding this position. Again, my target on that is always at the top of the fib up there at 120, but we're literally down here in the same zone that we were in back in September, October. Okay, up here, you're always like, man, I wish I was buying down here at 40 bucks. Boom, 300% move. Okay, I think comp's looking really, really good here and looking pretty prime for a breakout. My first target on that would probably be up here at 89. And then obviously my topping target would be up there at 120 on the trade. Stop loss at $49 on that one. We got Ethereum. Ethereum, again, still looking good here at 2,500. Breaking out over the 9 EMA right now. You got the stochastic pointing straight up. We're breaking over the 9. Got the green dot. Everything is pointing up here. I like Ethereum back up there to 4,000. Okay, stop loss on that is 2,500. What's going on, Joey? What's going on, Dale? Somewhere in Hawaii. How you doing, brother? Isaac, what's happening? Yeah, we started the stream a little early here today, guys. I got dinner here with the wife tonight for Valentine's Day, so I wanted to get out the door for that. So if you guys are tuning in live, normally we're live here Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. It's about 3:50 right now, so I started about a half hour early today. I'll post the replay over in the Discord in case you guys missed the live. 79 cents is what we're watching here on XTZ. Again, another really good project here. Was up here at 180 back in December. It dropped all the way down to like 70 cents. And now we're literally just sitting here breaking out over the 9. I think we're going to get a bullish weekend for the first time in like 3 to 4 weeks here, guys. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. I think we're going to get some upward price action. We could just consolidate some more at these levels, but XTZ is looking good here at 90 cents. I'm going to continue to hold that till price comes back up here. We got DJT. There was some news after hours on this one that they gave the green light, and their company, as a company, they're going to start investing in cryptocurrency. So this is Trump's media company. It had this big run up. You guys can see whenever price comes down and hits that green line on our Fibonacci, that is the perfect place to start loading up. Okay, that is the perfect buy. You can see you could have bought DJT right there off the green line down there at $12. That thing ripped all the way up to 55. So that was a fantastic trade right there on DJT. And there's a lot of bullish sentiment behind this name. I mean, they're starting their own ETFs. They're technically like a finance company and a media company all in one. So I'm really bullish on this company overall. Again, President of the United States is one of the most powerful people in the world, and this is his media company. So I do have some in my portfolio, and we're just hanging out right now above 30 bucks. 30 bucks is a big level, and my stop loss on the trade's 29. But I think you see a breakout. You can see me close with a green dot there at the end of the day. So that's looking really good, and my target on that's up there at like 65. Celsius. Okay, I got a small position on this, but this stock has been absolutely clobbered. I know we don't got a monthly dot yet, but this thing is down 80%. It was up here at 100 bucks. It's down here at 22 now. So this is more like a 6 to 12 month investment. I'm betting on this thing bouncing back at least to 50 bucks. I really like the fundamentals of the company, right? You go to every grocery store and gas station in America, and their energy drinks are everywhere, right? You got celebrities drinking them. So I think eventually this stock is going to bounce back. It looks like they got earnings coming up. I believe that's going to be in 2 weeks. So that could be the trigger point to bounce. But I think they're a big company and there's a lot of growth there. But anytime a stock goes from 100 down to 20 and they're making money, right? They're making $400 million a quarter. Okay, I think that's a great opportunity. I'd rather buy something down 80% than up 80%. And I think this thing's going to bounce here around 20. So I got a very small position, but you can see my target would be all the way up there at 90. I'd probably look to sell it around 40 or 50. And just that level is like a 100% move. So small position on that. We got Snapchat. That one went down about 3% today, but again, still green here on the monthly chart. That one still looks very, very strong here above $10. Okay, you can see the easy identifiable pattern here. We had this breakout. We bounced at 10, went up to 13. I know that doesn't look like much, but that's a 30% gain right there. Meaning you put in 10,000 right here, you made $3,000 all the way up here to 13. What did it do? It printed a red dot. It pulled back to 10. Okay, about 1040. Bounced again up to 13. What did it do? Printed a red dot. Came back down here to 1050. What did it do? Bounced up here to 13. Okay, easy pattern. Easily identifiable pattern here. Up, down, up, down, up, down. We want to buy the down and sell the up here. And you got the green dot there on Thursday. So I think Snap is going to have some juice in it here next week. I just continue to put my stop loss at 10. If 10 breaks, we'll most likely make our way down to like 850, and then we can look to rebuy. But I'm just bullish on the company. I like Snapchat as a company. 300 to 400 million daily active users on their app. Huge company. Probably the biggest Gen Z company out there. Joey says he got stopped out on CELH today. It's only down 1%. How'd you get stopped out? I'd put the stop loss at like $19 on CELH, and I'd just keep the position really small as of right now. I think there's going to be one day where like Trump coin today, it's just going to be up like 30-40%. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I don't know why their stock is down so bad. If someone can enlighten me, I just think their product is everywhere, and I think they're probably selling off stock to raise funds to do something. Because this is something you don't see very often. I mean, that has been an absolute freaking train wreck. And I love it, right? People are fearful. People hate this stock now. So that's when I want to be buying, is when people are just fed up with it, right? They don't believe it anymore. They got stopped out, like Joey said. Right, I'm just holding this thing long term because I do believe it's going to retrace at least back to 50. Right, that's 50% of where we were at up here at the top. Okay, so all it's going to take is some smart money coming in here and buying this thing up. I think Pepsi has a 7% stake in the company. So I'd imagine Pepsi or Coca-Cola probably wants to buy these guys out eventually. If they get bought out, that's going to send their stock higher. So CLH is an interesting one. Again, it's mostly a play on fundamentals for me. And we got AI, C3 AI. Oh my gosh, what was that one stock today? SoundHound. So there was a couple stocks that got absolutely wrecked today. This thing was down 28% today. I'm glad I didn't have a position on it, but NVIDIA apparently sold all their shares in this company. So that's what caused the stock to go from 15 all the way down to 10. But you can see it's right there on the bottom of the golden zone there. So it's actually on the watch list. And what I do is use a stop loss at like 990. I'd wait on the green dot for confirmation, but I don't know. This one's a tough one to play. I mean, gapping down 28% is an overreaction to me, but I guess NVIDIA, they sold all their shares, so they must know something. They're not interested in the company anymore or something. If NVIDIA's selling it, obviously it's something to pay attention to, but if you're still in that name and you're down today, what I would do is I just set a stop loss at 990 on this one. That's going to be the level again. That's the bottom of that Fibonacci right there, that line right there, that gold line. That's the support now. So you need to have a stop loss at that like $10 level. I put it at 990 if it was me. So I'd look for a green dot on that one. When the green dot comes, it'd be interesting to see if you can make a play on this. But the fact that NVIDIA sold it kind of turns me off a little bit. So that's interesting. But AI, C3 AI, another AI company here. That was down a little bit today, down 4%. I still like it though over $28. I still like C3 AI over $28, and they got earnings coming up too. So again, we're just caught in this channel right now. We're just going sideways, sideways, sideways. So we'll see what C3 AI has in store for next week. I want to actually look at the hourly real quick. So yeah, that's looking very interesting. So I'd actually put a stop loss at probably around 29 on this one. If it breaks 29, go ahead and sell it. But I'm watching that one for a green dot next week on an opportunity to add. If it breaks 29, I'll probably sell it because it'll most likely come back down here to 20. But I still think AI is a pretty hot sector to be in right now. I think people are still very excited about it. And AI is one of the biggest AI companies outside of like NVIDIA and all the big ones, of course. But interesting play there on AI. It had a nice move there on Monday and then just absolutely sold off. So we'll see where that goes. It's down 4% today. Nothing like SOUN there, down 28%. $29 is going to be a big, big level for AI there. So that's everything I'm holding right now. And these are the names that I'm looking to get into. So I'm going to move my favorites back down here to the watch list. And I'm just going to scan these. And we'll see if we can find any setups here. So Rivian had a nice move today. That one's up 5%. They got earnings coming out Thursday of next week. Target on that would be up there at like 18 bucks, but that broke over the 9, so there's probably some continuation in this name here up to 17. You could play that one there into earnings. It looks like they report earnings next Thursday, so keep an eye on that one. We got Gala. Gala's down here in the golden zone. Stochastic's getting a little overbought here. We need some volume, right? We need a big weekend to pump this price. Okay, I think we're just probably going to consolidate here in this range for a little bit. Okay, we could come back down to 0.016 here. Okay, I think we're just going to be sticking right here in the zone. And we just got the new candle right there. You guys saw that form. So it is breaking over the 9. So I'd move my stop loss up on this one to 2 cents on Gala. But I do like the fact that it's down here at the lower part of the golden zone. Again, last time we were down here in this zone was back here in November, October, September, right? Up here, you're like, man, I wish I was buying down here, right? I wish I was buying down in this zone up here. Okay, this is where we want to be selling. So I still think it's a good time to be accumulating Gala if you want to go long on that. That's an altcoin. RNDR, another one I like here, above $4. Okay, down here in the golden zone. Again, last time we were down here, we literally bounced on that green line right there in November, and we bounced all the way up there to 12 bucks. That was a 300% move all the way to the top. We sold off all the way back down to the level, literally putting in a double bottom right now. I like this one with a stop loss at 4 bucks. Okay, it needs to hold 4, but I think we see some continuation here on RNDR. Oh, we got Ulta. I believe Stephanie dropped that Ulta was being bought up by, I think, Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett bought more shares. That was posted over in the Discord of Ulta. And this thing's just continuing to sell off. So what I want to see on Ulta here is a green candle, okay, like we got on Trump, right? We got that first green candle on Trump there. That's what I want to see. That's where I want to take my entry there on Ulta here. But it's getting hit really hard. A lot of these beauty stocks have gotten hit really, really hard. I mean, this thing was up here at 570 back in March of 2024. It's literally sitting down here, down like 50% at 350. So what we're looking for on Ulta is a green candle. We want that first green candle. Yes, we got the green dot, but we need a green candle there on Ulta. Okay, and I think that one's going to have a really nice bounce here. I'm going to move that one up to my favorites list, and we just be watching for that green candle next week to take an entry. Here's another one that Warren Buffett was buying this week, Oxy. Okay, this is a oil company. Stephanie says he sold Ulta. Well, that makes sense to why the stock is selling off then. That's interesting. I read your post wrong. I apologize. Okay, misinformation there. But again, the stock is still oversold. So just because Warren Buffett is selling it, right, doesn't mean it can't set up here for an opportunity. So let's just wait for a green candle. Like I said, it's still in a good range here. I don't see it breaking down below this level at 319. So that would be that green line right there at 317. Did he sell Oxy too? Or did he buy Oxy? I thought I saw something that he was buying Oxy. And that one's down there again, putting a double bottom. This is an oil and gas company based in Texas. Again, I believe energy companies and oil companies are going to do very well under Trump. And Oxy is one of the biggest oil producers in the United States. They're a very big oil and gas company. And I know that Warren Buffett has a position, but now I'm concerned that he might be selling this today. Okay, Stephanie says that he bought it. Okay, so he's buying Oxy. And we've been buyers of Oxy since this bounce right here on Thursday. We've been buying since about 47. It's sitting at about 48 right now, but this thing has a really big range here. And if Warren Buffett's buying it here, guys, that's a good sign that maybe it's a good time to buy, right? The largest, one of the greatest investors of all time is now buying it. I don't know if he bought it today or yesterday, but You know, he did buy some 44% all the way to the upside there on OXY. So I like this one. They got earnings coming out here on Tuesday. So that's next Tuesday. We want to watch that earnings. If they dip on earnings, that'd be a good opportunity. But they could beat like they did last time, right? And they could, you know, go up. And if Warren Buffett's buying it here, probably not a bad time to be adding or starting a position. I like Oxy into next week. We got Bonk. Bonk's another meme coin here. It's down here on the green line, right, where we want to be buying. I don't even see a time where it was on that green line before, but it's literally down there at the bottom. This is another meme coin that I have no idea what it does, but they are listed on Robinhood, and Robinhood only has like 22 listed cryptos, so that gives it a little bit of credibility for me. I like this one as long as it holds that green line. I just put a stop loss on this one right at the bottom of that wick, but this one has a lot of room back to the upside as well. This is one of those low market cap cryptos. If it goes back to the top, that's literally a 180% move. Again, up here, you're wishing you were buying down here, right? You're wishing you're buying down here up when the price is up here. So when we invest, guys, we're 1 to 6 months out on our positions, and we're waiting for the price to retract up here to the red zone. Okay, up here in the red zone is where we are going to look to sell. And when we're down here in this zone, and right here in this zone is when we're looking to accumulate our assets, okay? Because the majority of retail is buying up here. So Bonk looks very interesting here. I'm actually going to put that one on my favorites list. And just make sure you use the stop loss right there at the bottom of this wick in case we do go the other way here. But I think you see a bounce in Bonk here over the weekend. Just put that stop loss at 0.00014 there. Stephanie says he bought OXY, VRSN. Let's check these out. VRSN. Okay, that one's way up right now. I don't know why he's buying that, but that's just too overextended for our liking. Let's take a look at Sirius XM. He's buying Sirius XM, huh? Okay, that one's red up here right now, but it is trending above that 9 EMA, so this one actually looks interesting. I put a stop loss at 24 on this one. You said he also bought DPZ, which was Domino's Pizza. That one's still just a little overextended for me, but I like it with a stop loss at 460. It's got a green dot today, but you can see the stochastic's very high right now. I wanted to buy Domino's like right here at 405, right? 405 would have been a great place to buy Domino's. But that one's probably got a range back up there to 530, and it looks like they got earnings coming up in 2 weeks as well. And then the last one, Stephanie says Warren Buffett bought. Oh, there's two more. The other one was Pool. Pool looks good. Pool's probably the best looking one outside of Oxy here. Okay, I like this bounce here. Make it a higher low. Okay, a higher low. This is a good term. Okay, this is a technical term, guys. So when we sell off like this and we bounce, we come up and then we pull back again, but we then end up bouncing at a higher level. That is actually very bullish. Okay, that's called a higher low. Boom, comes up, comes down, bounces at a higher level. So we bounced down here at 320. And then we bounced at 330. So this looks really good. That gave you the green dot yesterday. They got earnings coming up on Thursday, so Warren Buffett might know something about their earnings. And I really don't like playing names into earnings. It's always a gamble. So I don't normally go heavy into earnings just in case you do get a sell-off. But the chart looks really bullish here. And my target on that would be up there at 410 on Pool there. I like that one. XTZ. And by the way, guys, we gave away 100 XRP today over here in the Discord. If we can get this stream right now to 100 likes, I'll give away another 100 XRP. If we can do it on the live, I'll give away 50 XRP if we can do it on the replay. So if you're watching the replay, smash the like. If we can get it to 100 likes, I'll go ahead and give away 50 XRP on the replay, 100 XRP if we can do it on the live. I appreciate you guys smashing the like. And Stephanie said Warren Buffett also bought STZ here. So STZ is a beer company, if I'm not mistaken. But their stock has just fallen off a freaking cliff here, man. I mean, this thing was all the way up here at 270. It's all the way down at 260 now. So I'd wait for a green candle on this one. It's got the green dot today, but I want to see it build a little bit of a base here. I want to see it go sideways for a little bit before I take a jump on this. But Warren Buffett's buying it down here, and this is literally like all-time lows. Well, no, it was down here at 100 back in February. So it's free falling right now. Okay, play some of that. Who sings that? Who sings Free Fallin'? John Maynard, maybe? It's free fallin'. You know what I'm saying? So wait for a green candle on that if you want to play it. But right now it's a falling knife. I want to see it build a base a little bit. Okay, build a base, come up, come retest it, and bounce. Right now we're just in a downstream. So STZ is the last one that Warren Buffett bought today. Thank you for that, Stephanie. And let's go back to the watch list here. We left off on Jasmine. Jasmine's looking good too. Again, down here in the golden zone. The last time we were in the golden zone was right here. Okay, right here in November. At 2 cents, we went all the way up to 6. So that's looking really good. Okay, 2 cents is our stop loss on Jasmine. I'm going to move that one up too. Algorand. Algorand's also green here, just melting up at the moment. Stop loss on that's going to be 25. And it's just sitting there range bound. So I'll move that one up as well. I like these altcoins right now. XLM looking good. Let's move that one up to the favorites list. That one's bouncing right there off 30 cents. Target on that's going to be up there at 55 to 60 cents on XLM. That one's looking good. We got Shiba Inu. That one is bouncing here, breaking out over the 9 on SHIB. Let's put the stop loss on that one at 0.0004. Okay, the stochastic's up there at the top, so it is likely we could come retest these lows potentially, but I don't see us breaking down those below those lows. So I'd be a buyer of Shiba down in these levels again. Last time we were down here was in August. Okay, back in August again. Up here, you're saying, man, I was wishing I was buying back down here. So now that we got the opportunity to buy back down in this zone, we want to be loading up. We want to be loading our bags with the names we want to own for the long term. AVAX is looking good. I'm going to move that one up to the favorites list. Stop loss on that one is going to be right there at 23. Call it $23 on the stop loss for that. But again, down here in the zone, back here, once again, man, I wish I was buying down here. I wish I was buying down here, up here. Okay, and target on that one's going to be up there at 52 on AVAX. We got VeChain bouncing off the golden zone here as well. This is another crypto. I'll move that one up as well. Target on that one's going to be up there at 7 cents. Okay, beautiful, beautiful bounce there off the top of the golden zone there. Okay, things bouncing nicely. DOT, I'm going to move that one up as well. Great time to be dollar cost averaging down here. If you guys bought it here, you want to buy more down here. You want to keep buying the asset. Because again, if we're down here, okay, this is the time to be loading up if you guys are using our strategy. And if you're buying here, you got to be ready to wait 1 to 6 months for it to go back up here. It could be a month. I mean, this move right here off this green dot, that actually gave you the golden dot on the 5th. The golden dot is the most bullish indication you can get on an asset. That came right there at 380. It went all the way up to 12 bucks. So again, down here, up here, you're always wishing you were buying down here. Okay, so when it's down here, we want to be buying. We want to be accumulating assets that we want to own for the long term. And I like DOT at these levels. I think it's a very, very solid project. I just use my stop loss at 4 bucks on this. Okay, I just look to buy more if it goes down to 4, though. That one's looking good. CRO is another one that's just been absolutely annihilated here. Again, we want to be buying down in this zone. Okay, buying down in this zone just like it was back here from August to October, November. This move right here, guys, this is how fast these markets can move. Okay, this is how fast this move can happen. This green dot came on November 6th. See the green dot right there? Boom. That was the buy signal. That was our signal to get in. It went up from 7 cents all the way to 22 cents. And the top was right there on the 11th. So this took from the 6th to the 11th. That's a 5-day period of time to go from 7 all the way up to 23. That's a 300% move in 5 days, guys. So if that happens again, in 5 days, we could be back up here at 21. Okay, and again, everyone's selling down here. Everyone's in despair down here that was buying up here. Okay, people are not having a good time right now, right? They just sat through one of these. They're in despair. They feel like giving up. They feel like going and doing something else. They're ready to quit, right? Because they failed. Okay, you're gonna fail in life, guys. The key is to learn your lessons, right? Learn your lessons. We don't want to buy up here in the red zone. We want to buy down here in the golden zones, okay? Here and right in this area, because these are the places where price normally retracts. Okay, these are the places where price retracts. You can see back here, bounced in the golden zone, went up. Okay, down here, time to buy, time to buy, time to buy, time to buy. Boom, time to sell. Okay, pull back into the golden zone, time to buy. Okay, rip, time to sell. Okay, rinse and repeat. If we're buying here and buying here, again, if we're buying in the middle zone, we're buying next to the mean. You can see that's where you want to buy. in the average, right? We either want to get a fair price or a discounted price. A fair price, in my opinion, is around the average. That is the mean. Okay, a discounted price is in despair. Discounted prices down here, average fair prices right here. Okay, loading up in this zone, loading up in this zone. And then when the price retracts all the way back to the top is when we want to take profits up here in this area. So CRO, in my opinion, is still a very big buy here. Very good project, very used project. They got their own blockchain and everything. They got their own app. Okay, CRO. This is Chronos. And I like this one. Over 8 cents. Okay, and it's got a green dot here. It just needs to get up over that 9 EMA. So watch for that breakout candle there over the weekend. We got Zcash bouncing nicely. I like it right in the golden zone. I put a stop loss on that one at 30. We got LTP here at the bottom of the zone here. This is another one of those American-made cryptos. If you come back over here, you guys go to the crypto chat. If you come up here to the pinned messages, you guys can see this graphic. And all the names inside of this red circle are American-made cryptocurrencies. Donald Trump has said he's going to pass a bill. And again, this is speculation, but if it happens, it's going to be very, very bullish for the names in this red circle. Because if you don't have to pay capital gains on your crypto gains, that is going to be insane. I mean, you're going to get floods of money running into these names. And LPT is right there as one of those American-made cryptos. And it's also in the Grayscale Trust. It's in the Coinbase ETF Trust. It's in every single circle except Donald Trump's fund here. So if you guys want that graphic, again, just go to the crypto chat, come up here to the pinned messages. You can get to it on your phone too. And then you can see, boom, tokens landscape. So these are the quality names we want to be loading up on. These are the names we want to be buying, guys, because these are the ones that institutional investors are trading and buying and holding. Okay, institutional investors are the smart money. Okay, big smart money. Okay, the ETFs, the things like that, the funds, those are the ones you want to be loading up on because that's what the smart money's buying. They're not buying frickin' fart coin or anything like that. They're buying names that have utility. And I really like LTP here. It looks very, very cheap down here at $8. It was all the way up there at 24 back in December. So LPT looks good. Okay. Monthly is red, but again, we got a whole entire 2 weeks for us to pump. If we can pump and get going here, that'll save the chart. So I put a stop loss on this one at, call it $7 on LPT, but that is at the floor. Last time we touched the green line there, we absolutely did the Ripski, and we're sitting right on it right now. We got ICP. Sitting at 7. Okay, again, down there on the green line. I got a stop loss on this one at $6. $6 on the stop loss. Let's move that one up too. Near token, bouncing nicely off the green line. Let's move that one up. Okay, this one looks good. I'd use a stop loss on that one at $3. We got Filecoin. Filecoin's another one in that list that we just looked at. American-made crypto in a lot of those funds. It's bouncing right off that green line. Okay, $3 looks like the stop loss on that. Let's move that one up too. And we could see a big move over the weekend, guys. We could see a big green weekend. I'm really liking that total 3 chart. Again, we went over this at the beginning of the video, but this total 3 chart is the total market cap of the entire cryptocurrency market, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is the market cap of all the altcoins, except for Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And this thing is pointing up. So that means altcoin market cap is going up. And you can see that dominance chart also going down on Bitcoin. So money's flowing out of Bitcoin and into alts right now. And if we can break down on that dominance chart of Bitcoin of 60%, okay, that's what's going to send this thing all the way down probably to 57 to 55. And you're going to see altcoins just go absolutely bananas. Okay, if we can break that 60%. So if you guys want to watch a chart this weekend, watch that Bitcoin dominance chart. If we can get down below that 60% dominance, you're going to see altcoins absolutely fly here over the weekend. I just got a feeling about it, folks. We're due. We're due for a pump ski here. E-Gold also down here on the green line. I like that one as well. Put that one up there on the list. Stop loss on that trade is going to be right there at 20. We got Pypl. Pypl we called out here on the 8th at around 0.09. You're up about 10% on the position right now. I just keep the stop loss right there at 0.08. And that one is also breaking out over the 9 EMA. So target on that one's up there at 0.0026. That's a pretty nice range all the way back there to the top. And again, we're just grinding up right now. We need some volume over the weekend that's going to send us higher. Are we going to get the Valentine Cupid pump here, folks? Is it coming? Is the Valentine Cupid pump coming? Let's see it, baby. Let's see it. We got Solana. That printed a green dot yesterday. So Solana's up there on the list. That one's going on the favorites list. 180 is the stop loss on that. I'm putting it at 179. Okay, but if Solana can pump, right, XRP's pumping, ETH looks prime, Solana, Ethereum, those are the ones to watch. If those two go, the rest of the altcoins are going to follow. And I really like Ethereum here over 180. 180 is the stop loss on Solana there. We got Prime, another altcoin here, tradable on Coinbase. This looks like it wants to come back down here and touch 5.5. So how I'd be playing this is I'd probably just use a stop loss right there at around $5 and watch for a green candle to enter on this one. Okay, it looks like it wants to come back down and test 6 though. But that is literally right down there in the range where we bounced last time. You can see we got a golden dot there on the 5th, right at this range. And that thing pumped all the way up to 16, 17 bucks. So it's sitting at a very good spot right now. Same place we bounced down here. Just important we hold that green line right there at about 550. So keep your eye on that one this week. We got Target. Target's also selling off here, but it's down here in the golden zone. Again, great company. My wife loves this company. People love Target. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I like going to Target sometimes too. The vibe in the store is just cool. You know what I'm saying? But I like Target over 120. 120 is the stop loss. What we're gonna look for on Target next week is a green dot. If we get the green dot on Target, I'd say pull the trigger. I like that. Stephanie says STZ was a new position and others he just increased. That's good to know. STZ is, I could see why he's buying it because the stock is just cratered to the floor here. Looks like they missed their earnings pretty bad. And I talked to a buddy of mine today, and he was saying that the beer industry's been hit pretty hard after COVID because COVID, it was a great time. People were drinking, people were inside, people were bored, people were depressed. And now people aren't as depressed. It's like we're coming out of it. So that's interesting he's buying this. I want to see where it bounces. I want to see where we get that candle. We did get the dot today. Oh, and look at that. It's up to 174 after hours off of that news. So that is breaking out. If you guys want to play STZ here off the dot, what I do is use a stop loss at 160. And again, Warren Buffett starting a new position on this. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. I don't know if you can confirm that, Stephanie. But Warren Buffett is buying STZ at these prices. We know that as a fact. NanoX, this was another one that NVIDIA sold. They had a pretty big position on this. And they sold, it's down 11% today. So NVIDIA dumping shares. They dumped shares on NNOX, SOUN. You can see that was down 28% today. And what else was there? There was one more. It was that robotics company, SERV, Serve Robotics. Look at that. That one got clocked too, down 33%. Just rip it down. Pull that rug. Oh my. Okay, oh my. So I do think these will set up on a green dot, but if NVIDIA's not buying them or interested in them anymore, that's probably going to not attract a lot of investors. So I wouldn't try to, catch this falling knife. I would definitely wait for a signal if you guys are going to play these. I don't know too much about any of the companies. I do know that NNOX was I believe that's a quantum computing play, but I'd have to do some more research on the companies. But NVIDIA did sell those 3 stocks today, SCRV, NNOX, and also SOUN, and you're seeing the price just react very poorly to the news. What else we got? SoFi. SoFi's up 6% today. Nice bounce there off the green dot. That green dot came on Thursday at 14. It's up 5% today. Nice move. I'd target that one back to 18, but that one's not in the golden zone. So personally, I'm not going to take that trade now. We're a little too late. We needed to add on that there on the 13th. Okay, you can see how that green dot came right there on the 14th. Had a nice move from 14 up to 18. We got this one yesterday at 13. My guess is it'll go back to 18, 20 bucks. And looks like they did good on their earnings. They beat on revenue, beat on their earnings. Beat their earnings by 700%. So that's really good. That's really good to see that kind of a number there on earnings. So SoFi's a strong company. I would have just liked to buy it back there at like 14. And I want to buy a bigger dip into the golden zone there. Aiden says, yeah, I forgot my stop loss on Serve and got rugged about 35%. Sorry, brother. I don't know anything about the company, so I can't speak on it. But that was probably not some good news for you today, man. That's That's hard. I know there were some people holding that SOUN as well. So, it happens, guys. That's why we don't go too heavy in our positions. We always want to allocate at least 5 to 10%, never more than 10% of your portfolio in one position is what I recommend. Okay, because if you only put in 10% and 10% of your total portfolio, if it goes down 50%, you only lose 5% of your portfolio if you're wrong by 50%. So it doesn't like hurt you or put you out of the game. You know what I'm saying? So it happens, right? That we can't control that. We don't know what NVIDIA is going to do, but there are ways there are things that we do to limit our risk. Okay, I got a really good video on dollar cost averaging over here in the trading course. Boom, dollar cost averaging. I'd highly recommend checking that out. We don't go too heavy on these dots, right? We want to put 5 to 10% allocation in each one, and then we want to ride that thing up. Here's Unity Software. This one's got earnings next week too. So again, I wouldn't go too heavy on this Thursday, but it is bouncing right there off that golden zone. Okay, bouncing right off the top of the golden zone here, breaking out over the 9. I like this one. I would use a stop loss at, call it 1950 on Unity Software. And this one has room back to 35. And yeah, use your stop loss as well. Stop losses are huge. Okay, that's why we do these videos, to determine our levels, right? 1950 is the stop loss on you there. I'm going to move. What is Pypl doing here? Pypl's breaking out, so I'm going to put that one up on the favorites list as well. We got Marvel. This is a chip maker. Again, falling knife right now. We want to wait till this thing stabilizes, and then we'll take an entry. We're just going to keep an eye on this one this week. Okay, we're not looking to buy that one until we get the green dot. Again, guys, we want to buy the day of the green dot, just like GME got the green dot right here at 25. It's sitting, well, it hit as high as 29, but it's sitting at 27 here today. So GME, I think they had that news yesterday of, let me see if I could turn the, one sec here. Let me see if I can remember how to do this, and I literally can't. Oh, here we go. Settings, alerts, nope, events, latest news, money, dude. Oh, it's not available right now. Come on. So you guys see that? If you right-click and go down here to settings, you can actually enable the latest news here on the stocks. So normally you're able to see the news, like Rivian, maybe. So you can see all the news. Mad Hatter, GOP senators propose $1,000 tax on new EV sales on road repairs. GOP senators, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's a pretty cool little feature there with the settings. You just turn the latest news on there. I like to put the earnings on and the latest news. That way you could see the latest news on these names. Like here's Solana. Latest news, Safe Moon to launch meme coin on Solana after burning most of SFM supply. Trump meme coin surges 30%. Meme coins, blah, blah, blah. So that's a cool way to get the news on the names that you're following. You just hit this little icon down here at the bottom. That works for stocks and cryptos. But GME, I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay, but they announced that they are investing in cryptocurrency. And I believe that DJT had that news cross today too. Wow, they actually reported earnings there after the bell. I didn't see that. So yeah, there's a little tip for you guys if you guys want to check out the news there. We got LNR. LNR is not quite in the golden zone, so we're not interested in this one. I'm putting that one back here on the blue list. We want to buy deeper in the golden zone. We want to buy closer to the golden zone. Okay, the closer to the golden zone, the better. Okay, if you can get it down here, that's the best place. Down here is the fair place, right? Discounted prices, fair prices. We got CVI. This is an energy company here. They got earnings Tuesday, so be careful on that. But if this comes back down to 16, I would buy it. It's got a red dot right now, so let's watch for that green dot on CVI this week. We got PayPal. Look at that. Nice reversal candle there on PayPal. Stop loss on that's going to be 75. I like PayPal. I like that setup here. It's looking good. Okay, I'm going to put that one up there on the favorites list. And if that one can get back over 80, you should see that ride back up there to 90. But you got the green dot yesterday. Nice green candle today. Just use that stop loss right there at $75 on PayPal. But that looks really good this week. That looks good going into next week. We got Avave. This one is sitting right there at 250. So I'd put a stop loss on this one. Put it right there at 225 on the stop. You could even move it up a little bit if you want to be less conservative to like 245. But 220 looks like a good range. 226. They got some news here. Yeah, not Trump-backed World Liberty Financial moves a sizable ETH and WBTC into holdings on Coinbase. Not really much news there, but that thing's bouncing on the 9 right now, so it's trying to pump here. We could see this thing back up here at 375 here shortly. I'd set a stop loss, move the stop loss up to like 244 on the trade. Okay, the green dot came right here at around 243, so you're literally at like a break-even trade right now. Okay, you're literally at a break-even trade with a stop loss at 235 right there. So if we go, you're going to be happy. If we go the other way, you're not going to lose anything, right? You got like 0% risk now with a stop loss at the bottom of the candle that we got the green dot on right there at 246. If that breaks, you sell and you lose nothing. If it breaks out and goes up, you're in the money. So risk-free trade there off the green dot. And tomorrow, this weekend, is going to be very interesting for crypto. We haven't had a green weekend in a long time. Okay, ooh, LCX is looking good here. I like LCX. I'm actually going to call this one out in Overkill Alerts. If you guys are over here in the Discord and you didn't know, I call out all my setups here that I think look really good right over here in the Discord. These were all the ones for today. You guys can go over here and review these charts here, but these were all the signals. You had NEO, you had Rocket Mortgage, you had MPC, which is an oil maker, you had HUT. So you guys can go check those charts out over there. That's in the Overkill Alerts tab, and then the Overkill Trades tab. These are the trades that I'm actually taking. I post every time I buy, every time I sell right over there in this Overkill Trades thread. So LCX, I really like this one. I really like this one because it's pulled back for like 15 days in a row, right? 15 days down, us traders, we need to be licking our chops. Okay, and this stochastic's actually down here on the floor. And this one's got a stop loss at 15 there. So watch for that one to break over the 9 here very soon. But I think this one's going up here back to 40. Okay, it was back up there at 40. Again, you were wishing you were buying down in this area back in November. It's literally sitting right on that line right now. That gold line that we like to buy off of there. Again, we want to buy at, in or around the golden zone, and we literally bounced right off of that line. So this looks really good with the stop loss at 15 on LCX. That one's going in the favorites list as well. And I will drop this watch list for you guys over in the Discord here after this video. I drop every single watch list every single week over here in the Discord for you guys underneath the watch list tab. Okay, you can see last week's video, but you could actually come over here and I'll drop the link here. But you can click on this and it will pull up all the names that I am holding, everything that we're going over today. You guys can get that over there inside of the watch list thread. And if you can't see the watch list thread, it's because you're not a member. Okay, members get access to the premium content. It's about $4 a month if you guys want to join. We have like 1,500 members now or something like that. So if you guys want to join the community, it's $4 a month right now. The price isn't always going to be that cheap. I'm thinking about upping it here very shortly. So get in over there, become a member, and you guys can get access to these watch lists every single week, every Friday when we drop them. But LCX is one of the best looking cryptos in my opinion right now that I've seen. It's probably my favorite one so far with a stop loss at 15. Risk to reward looks good. We got Doge melting up here. Let's move that one up as well. Again, breaking over the 9, looking good. Stop loss on that's 23. That's just that bottom level right there. Put it at 22 to be less conservative. Okay, 22, 23 for the stop loss on Doge, but that looks good. That's in the favorites list. We got Swift, okay? Swift has been selling off here on the daily. Again, everyone's excited about Swift up here at 5 cents. What was I telling you guys here on Swift? I was saying sell up here for 5 cents. Take your profits. Do not be greedy. Greed will get you killed. Okay, greed. One of the 7 deadly sins, dude. One of the 7 deadly sins. You do not want to be greedy when we're up in this territory. If we're in the red zone, guys, you should be selling. You should be selling 25, 50, 100%, okay, of your asset. So the reason it's on the watch list now is because we pulled back into the golden zone. Okay, what did it do back here? We should have been buying right here back in January. Okay, you got the green dot right there in the golden zone. Thing went from 0.0005 all the way up to 0.05. So that was a 10x trade right there. If a name goes up 10x, 1,000%, you want to take profits, dude. You want to take some off the table. You want to sell. Okay, that is not a normal move. You're making 1,000% when most people are happy with 5% a year. Okay? If we're in the red zone, we are taking profits, especially on the red dots, guys. Especially on the red dots in the red zone. You have to sell. And if you're still holding the bag, learn your freaking lesson right now. Okay? Learn your lesson. And we're watching Swift for a green dot for a re-entry. Okay? That could come here around 2 cents. It could come down here. I think it's going to come somewhere around 2 cents. But again, we want the green dot this week. I want to watch that one this week too. I'm going to put that one on my favorites list. CVI is another one I want to watch into earnings as well. That's also another energy company. I think I'd honestly rather buy Oxy, though, if I'm playing an oil company, oil energy company. I want to play Oxy because that's the one Buffett's buying, and I want to be where the smart money is. So what else we got? HUT, HUT. This is a Bitcoin miner. That gave the green dot today. Let's go ahead and move that one up to the favorites as well. Okay, nice little green candle today. Let's use a stop loss on this one at 18. 18, this is a Bitcoin miner, so that could run back up there to 30 bucks. You could move your stop loss up a little bit to like 18 if you want to. So 18.50 probably my stop loss on HUT there. That's another Bitcoin miner. Speaking of Bitcoin miners, look at Mara. Okay, I know Nitro bot traders freaking happier than a clam right now in the Discord, probably seeing this green dot here today. Any news? Mara scheduled conference call for the fourth quarter. Where's their earnings at? Their earnings isn't until March, so that's got a lot of time on it. But again, down here in the golden zone, BlackRock has a massive position on Mara Holdings. This is a Bitcoin miner, so if Bitcoin does well, this stock typically does well. I like this one with a stop loss at 15.50. It got the gold dot there. I'm sorry, green dot there today. So I would be buying this one here at around 16, 17 and put a stop loss there at 15. Let's move that one up to the favorites list as well. Skip Tesla. We skipped Tesla, and you can see right there, boom. Okay, 13th is when we got the dot. That was yesterday. It was up about 2% today. Nothing to get too excited about, but it is trying to bounce here at the top of the golden zone. So your stop loss on this trade is going to be right there at 320 if you took Tesla, and that's got a pretty nice range back to 480. I'm not so convinced we're going to bounce here just because we haven't got over that 9 EMA, but if you want to play Tesla here, use that stop loss at 322. I just like to buy it deeper in the golden zone here. It is trying to bounce off the top here. You can see that's where NVIDIA's been bouncing a lot. Off the top of that golden zone, it bounced right there at 112. It's sitting at 140 now. It bounced right here at 96. It bounced right here at 100. See that range, that golden zone? Again, this Fibonacci tool, guys, is the best tool to use in regards to finding support and resistance levels. It's literally absolutely on the freaking dot. Like, I don't know how to trade without it. Okay, perfect bounce there. Perfect bounce there. Damn near perfect bounce there. Okay, Tesla's trying to do the same thing, you know, on that same exact Fibonacci level. Literally coming down there, 322 is the level you want to watch. And again, if you guys don't have this indicator or this indicator, you guys can get my whole trading layout, everything that we're talking about, everything that we're using today, by coming over here to the trading indicator tab and clicking on this link right here. It's a couple of clicks and everything is just completely plug and play. You're off and running with the same exact indicators we've been talking about throughout this whole video. H-bar, struggling to get over the 9 EMA here. I still like it though, above 20 cents. We're just kind of going sideways here. As long as 20 cents can hold, okay, we're looking fine. I just like to see this thing break out over the 9. So let's watch for that this week. I like how the stochastic's on the floor down here. Okay, it's literally sitting at 0. Up here near the white dotted line, that light blue line, when that gets up there is when you want to take profits, especially up there in the red zone. Great time to be taking profits right here on H-bar around 40. It's sold all the way off. Okay, 50% sell-off. Okay, people are quitting, people are selling. Retail's panic selling because they were buying up here at 40 because their favorite TikToker was saying, hey, buy, buy, buy. H-bar is the greatest thing in the world. It's the best. It's awesome. It's the most wonderful thing anyone's ever made, right? Oh my God, it's going to the moon. It's going to hit $10,000 by the end of the year, right? That sentiment is up here. You don't hear them saying that kind of stuff down here after a 50% drop, okay? So if they're already talking about it, you're too late. I like H-bar a lot more down here than I did up here at 40. It looks interesting with the stop loss there at 20. Bitcoin, of course, is going to be on the watch list this week. I like this one. It's just been range bound, right? Bitcoin hasn't really been moving. We've just been building a range right here in the red zone. Again, I don't like to buy in the red zone. I like to buy in the golden zone. Where I wanted to buy Bitcoin was either right here, right down there, right there, okay, or right there off these green dots. The green dots in the golden zones are the ones we're buying on, okay? Buying here, buying here, buying here, okay? And then selling the Ripsky all the way to the top. Selling the red dots in the red zone. That is the strategy, folks, okay? That is the strategy. And I am watching 95,000 on Bitcoin, okay? If Bitcoin can get back up here to 105, that's going to be really good for alts as well. But I don't think it's Bitcoin season anymore, guys. I think it's altcoin season. The gains are going to be very minimum in Bitcoin compared to some of these alts. Like you got 9% there back to the top on Bitcoin. Okay, that doesn't even get me out of bed. I'm not even excited about 9%. Okay, whereas you look at something like HBAR, just as an example, if that goes back up to the red line, instead of 9%, you're going to make 62%. Okay, so a lot of these altcoins have a lot more upside than Bitcoin right now. Once again, Bitcoin, we called the top. We called the bottom and the top last year. We called this at green dot out on the monthly chart January 1st, that was, at 18,000. We called this green dot out here in October. This is a monthly chart. And the higher the time frame you guys look at with the red and green dots, the more accurate the dots are, the more accurate the indications are, right? This one called it right here in 2023 at 18,000. This one right here called the bottom right there in April of 2019 at 3,000. And this one called the bottom of Bitcoin at $300 back there in 2015. Okay, and then it called the top. Okay, and it's going to call the top here again, I think, real soon. Once again, I don't think it's Bitcoin season anymore, guys. I think it's altcoin season. We shouldn't even really be paying attention to Bitcoin right now. Okay, yes, it can break out and go to 110. Big whoop, that's 10%. I'd rather buy HBAR here and take my chances on a 62% gain than a little 9% gain from Bitcoin. So, again, up in the red zone, we don't like to buy. We just want to watch Bitcoin, though. We want to see what it's doing. Ondo, I see a lot of people very excited about this project. It hasn't moved. It's literally just going sideways right now. It's just, as a trader, I absolutely hate this price action right here. Absolutely hate this price action. Okay, so it's stuck in the golden zone. So it's going to break out one way or another right now. It's pretty much a 50-50 coin flip, but if it's as good as everyone's saying it is, I see everybody talking about it right now. I think it could come down to 120 there. If it comes down to 120, I'd buy more, but I'd just be a holder of this name at the moment. Let's see if they got any news. Yeah, it looks like Trump's World Liberty Financial is buying this token as well. So this guy's saying it's going to go to $3, which is about 150% move from here. So that's looking interesting. Just want to see that breakout happen. The next green dot will probably be a great place to buy Ondo. Let's watch for that this week. Here's Move. We called this one out here at 54 cents, 53, 54 cents. That's now breaking out over the 9 as well. I still like this name, even though it's already up 10% from where we called it out. I'm going to move that one up to the favorites list as well. That's also in Donald Trump's portfolio. We got AKT. AKT, this is an AI play. It's sitting down here at the bottom of the green zone, or the green line here. I got a stop loss on this one at 161 if you guys want to play this. It's literally sitting down here at the lows, so you really want to use that stop loss at 160. I'd probably even move it up to like 175. But it is interesting down there on the green line. Again, when we hit that green line is normally where we bounce. Not all the time, but most of the time is where we bounce. That's why we use a stop loss to limit our risk to the downside. I'd put a stop on this one, honestly, at 160. Call it 150. 150 on the stop loss if you guys want to play this. That's a pretty big range back there up to 5. XRP obviously breaking out here. Again, guys, we called this out on Sunday. No, that was Saturday, actually. I think it was 235 the price was. It's sitting at 274 right now. XRP is looking really good. But again, we should have been buying right here at 235, not up here at 275. So I think that one's going to run. I honestly think XRP is going to hit 354 bucks here probably next week. I think you'll see it up at those prices because this just looks extremely, extremely bullish. We got a few more names here. Chris says he's in on HBAR at 7 cents. Very, very nice. Yeah, HBAR is one of those trades that if you would have bought the golden dot back here in November, you could see right there that golden dot game. If you guys ever see the golden dot on the indicator, that is the most bullish indication that you can get. I actually call out all the green dots for all of the, the golden dots for all of the assets that I follow. That is the green list, the blue list, and the red list. I call out the golden dots on all those names that I follow in the Discord. So if you guys are a member, you guys do get access to those, and that is a feature that I just went ahead and added to the Discord. So Those are going to be called out from here on out on all the names that we follow. But if you saw that back there in November, the price was 4 cents. Okay, 4 went all the way up to 40 cents off that gold dot. That was 1,000% move there. Beautiful, beautiful trade. And now you're seeing the retracement here. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind. But 7 cents is still a very, very nice entry on H bar. So that's awesome, dude. XYZ, this is Square. This one's sitting right on the top of the golden zone. I like this one as long as it can hold on to 80. I'm just looking for that green dot this week. They also have earnings, it looks like, next Thursday. CRV, this is Curve Finance. 40 cents is the level I'm watching here. Again, want to see it get up over that 9 EMA there. Okay, that 9 EMA is where we need to see that thing break out of. 40 cents is just the level I'm watching on Curve. Google's looking interesting here. Okay, big company here, right? Huge company, sold off for what? 6 days in a row, reported good earnings, missed on revenue. They only made $96 billion last quarter. That's absolutely insane. They made $96 billion in 4 months. That's just insane amounts of money. But it's trying to bounce here off of 183. So I think you're going to see a green dot on this come Monday. But again, not a very good range. I'd like to buy it, a pullback into the golden zone like I got there. It's still sitting a little too high for me. So I want to see a bigger pullback on Google personally. But they had a good earnings, it looked like. AERO, this one's coming up off the bottom here too. Stop loss on that one's going to be 73. Let's move that one up to the favorites list as well. We got VSAT. This thing sold off really hard. There was some type of weird news to where the company like sold stock or something, and they were down 20%. But we're still in this golden zone right now, so I still like this VSAT company over $8. They're a satellite company, and I think these satellite companies are going to start doing very, very well. And there's been some politicians and stuff that have been buying this stock, so that's always a green flag there. I'd look for that green dot confirmation. Let's check the news. Ontario Teachers Pension Plan Board sells $3.7 million VSAT shares. So yeah, they reported their earnings too. They missed a little bit, but yeah, that's a riskier play there on VSAT. But I like it over $8 if you guys are still in it. Again, it was down like 20% on Tuesday, I think, off of some weird news. I can't remember what the news was, but here's CRM. This one's not in the golden zone, so I'm going to move that one. We got DocuSign. DocuSign's trying to bounce here off the golden zone as well, so I wait for the green dot on that one next week. That is DocuSign. We got CLSK, CleanSpark. No green dot, but it tried to form there today. This one's looking good as long as this $9 level can hold. This is another Bitcoin miner, along with Riot and Mara. CLSK is a very popular one as well. Looks interesting over $10. I put the stop at like 9 on that one and go long, but of course, wait for the green dot. But you could see that on Monday. Intel, nice move this week. We got that green dot there on Monday at 19. It ended up going all the way to 25. I mean, that was a beautiful trade. If you got in on Monday there, 30% trade there on Intel. Now you can see the stochastics up here. So I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback. Might be using the hourly chart here, watching for a pullback, maybe into 21 or even better into 20 for an entry. So I'm going to be on the smaller time frame on this one, but that was a really nice move off that dot for Intel. Again, Intel's still a massive company. They're still making $14 billion a quarter, still doing very good. And again, nice move. I don't want to buy up 30%. Like I said, I'm going to use like an hourly chart here and wait for a pullback on a smaller time frame to take an entry. But I'm watching that one this week. Datadog's selling off here. They reported earnings. They beat, and guess what? They sold off. Again, the market does what the market wants to do here. So this is another one we're going to be looking to enter there off a green dot. Let's watch for that dot this week. I'm going to put that one back on the blue list though for now. Intel again, nice move. Lululemon selling off, another retail brand here. Okay, selling off. It's in the golden zone. So again, we're just waiting on the green dot for Lululemon. They're still doing very good on their earnings and selling off right now. So let's look to pick this one up. If we can pick this one up around 370, maybe 350, that'd be nice. Let's just wait on that green dot. Here's Coinbase. Coinbase had earnings this week. Everyone was expecting a big move. They crushed their earnings. I mean, they beat their revenue by 23%. Their earnings, reported earnings per share, was 106%. So great news, right? But with earnings, guys, it doesn't matter, right? The companies can miss by a mile and go up. Companies can beat their earnings and go down. I think they wanted Coinbase to go sideways here because there was a lot of people betting on options, right? A lot of people were buying options here. So how do you kill people on options? Well, the bad thing about options is you got time going against you. So if everyone's buying options for Friday and the stock doesn't move, well, their options expire at zero. So everyone was expecting a big move on this. It ended up down 7-8% today. So I personally would love to buy Coinbase down in this zone. Obviously, their earnings shows that they're just crushing their earnings. They're obviously benefiting from the bull run. They're making a ton of money, doing way better than expected. So over the years, I think Coinbase is gonna do very, very well. It's a great long-term investment. But we want to buy the pullbacks, right? So 7% isn't enough to get me excited here. 260 is pretty interesting support there. Let's look at the hourly real quick. Yeah, 260 is pretty interesting support. I want to buy it lower. I want to see if we can't come back down to like 250 next week. Obviously, if crypto goes up over the weekend, this stock's going to open way higher on Monday. So it'll be interesting. Obviously, some people got flushed out today at 7% because they were buying up here at 300. But really nice earnings report there for Coinbase. Hats off to them. They beat their revenue by 23%. And they beat their earnings by 106%. Those are really good numbers. Really good numbers for Coinbase. And we got two more here. AMAT, A-M-A-T. This is a chip maker. They make the materials for chip making companies. And they're down here in the golden zone. So they actually beat their earnings too. And they sold off. They beat it by 4%. They beat on their revenue. And it sold off. That's why earnings never matters, guys. I always sell some into earnings, right? I never want to go heavy into earnings and gamble on earnings because earnings is always a 50-50 coin flip, right? Coinbase crushed their earnings, but they're down 8%, okay? The market's going to do what the market's going to do, guys. You can't complain either way, right? The market's going to do what the market's going to do, okay? If everyone's extremely bullish on something into earnings, more than likely it's either going to go sideways or it's going to sell off. So that doesn't mean we give up on Coinbase, right? The dot is actually still green here on the chart. Okay, and above 260, 260 is the level, right? On Thursday, Coinbase was up 8%, and it just went back down 8% literally to where it was on Thursday. So 8% seems like a lot if you're buying up here at the top, but if you're buying right at the price where the green dot came, well, that's sitting right at the price we're at. So Coinbase is going to be an interesting one to watch next week. I'm going to watch that one. I'm going to put that one up on the favorites list just to see what happens at the beginning of the week. Obviously, if crypto goes this weekend, if we have a big run in crypto, this thing's going to end up, opening up way higher on Monday. So it's going to be a really interesting weekend, especially for crypto. But again, AMAT, a name that actually beat their earnings and is selling off. So I like this name above 160. I'm going to look to enter this one on the next green dot. And again, it's just been sold off really hard down here from 260. It's in the zone where we want to be buying down here, okay? Want to be buying down here in this zone. We want to be selling up here in this zone. So I like this name. As long as 160 holds, I'd be looking for an entry on the next green dot on AMAT. And then SOUN, another company here that NVIDIA sold today. So obviously that's not good news when NVIDIA, the biggest company in the world, is selling your stock. That's why it's down 30% today, all the way down to 10. But it is bouncing really nicely off of the bottom golden zone. I'm not saying buy this one, but the setup is looking pretty interesting. What I would look for is a green dot on the indicator and for this thing to hold on to that, call it $10 level right there. Okay, if $10 breaks, there's going to be a lot more pain in this one for SOUN. And obviously the news isn't good with NVIDIA selling it off. I do believe BlackRock owns a little bit of this stock as well. Don't quote me on that, but it's down 28% today. Okay, that's a big overreaction. So what I want to see it do is I want to see it hold on to $10. If it can hold on to $10, we're going to look for a trade on the next green dot on SOUN, and that is an AI company, SOUN. And Stephanie, I'm actually going to make you a moderator of this of YouTube. I appreciate all your contribution here. I'm going to go ahead and do that here. I think that's going to work. Cool. Stephanie's now a moderator of the channel, so don't do anything in the chat or she's going to clap you. So that being said, guys, that's the watch list for this week. We got some chart requests over here. Let's see how many we got. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit these on Monday, guys. I'm going to close the chat just for the weekend. And then on Sunday, I'll open it back up and you guys can get your chart requests in. So if I missed your chart requests, just drop them over here starting on Sunday, and I will get to those on Monday. Again, we're live here every day, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We were live a little bit early today. For Valentine's Day, I'm going out with my wife to dinner tonight, so I just kind of wanted to get done a little early tonight so we could get out there before dark. But with that being said, I'll open the chart requests there on Sunday, and you guys can request your charts over there. And we will be covering all of these names come Monday at 4 p.m. right here on the live. If we can get this video to 100 likes here on the replay, if you guys are watching the replay, I will give away 50 XRP. Again, if you guys are not a member of the Discord, you can join right now for $4 a month. You'll get access to all the trade alerts, weekly watch list, advanced analysis, access to my trades, chart requests, 24/7 trade support. You'll get access to the member chat, giveaways, and more. We just gave away 100 XRP today to Marco Polo. Congratulations on winning that. Go ahead and DM me your XRP wallet address, and I will send that over to you. I just want to welcome all the new members over here, all the new people inside of the Discord. Welcome, welcome. John, Mike, C. Mark, Darren, M, Todd, Gary. We got 786024. What's going on? Myra, Rasta, Ed, everybody welcome. And then all the new members, everybody signing up for the membership here. Hawk, we got DJ, we got Beck. I'm not going to say that. Good one, though. GTS, we got Drog, we got Alec. Welcome to everybody, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys are getting some value out of these videos, and we're here to do this together, right? We're a community. It's a lot better to win with people than it is by yourself. So if you guys want to join the community, again, that link is right over here inside the Discord under the Become a Member tab. If you guys want the trading indicator, that link is right here in the trading indicator tab. Again, that will get you my entire trading layout, all the tools we talked about today, the fib zones, the red and green dots, everything you see on my screen, that orange line, that 9 EMA, everything you see will be loaded up. Your screen will look exactly like mine when you come over here and use this link. And if you need support or have questions about that, my email is right here, and you guys can get linked up with me, and I'll get you the support you need. If you're a member, of course, you can talk to me over here in the member chat. We got crypto chat, we got stock chat, we got Spartan chat all going on all throughout the day. We also got news, the latest news, shorts, the cheat sheet, everything you guys need over here in the Discord. Last thing I want to end on is that, guys, I will never add you as a friend or send you a DM asking for money or cryptocurrency. My only two products that I have are the membership to the Discord and the trading indicator. Okay, outside of those two things, anybody DMing you pretending to be me is a scammer, and there's a lot of it going on right now. So please understand, I will never DM you first. I will never add you as a friend first. I will never reach out to you via DMs. Okay, I will never do that. So keep that in mind. If you guys are new, read the rules. Okay, spread the word. And that's it. I hope you guys have a great afternoon. And like Stephanie said here, the market is closed on Monday. So Monday is a holiday. I believe it's President's Day, right? I'm not sure, but it is a holiday. So the stock market will be closed, but the crypto market will be open. The crypto market is open 24/7. So we'll pick back up with the stocks on Monday, and we will continue to cover the cryptocurrencies as the time goes on. So thanks for tuning in today, guys. If you guys are watching the replay, again, smash the like. If we can get to 100 likes on YouTube here, I'll give away 50 XRP on the next stream. God bless you guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday back here on YouTube at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We'll see you then.